Welcome to another Kelsey Company video. I'll be demonstrating a St. Patrick's Day inspired look. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for notifications to when I upload. You can also follow me on all of my social media. My Facebook and Instagram are listed here. Hey guys! First, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, just taking a pea-sized amount and rubbing it into the T-zone. This primer really reduces fine lines and makes your pores vanish, so it creates a nice even base moving forward. I then really like to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer to block out any redness and create a barrier before I put on my foundation. I'll be mixing probably two of my favorite foundations, the Milani Conceal and Perfect and also the Catrice HD Liquid Drops, using my Dampen Beauty Blender to bounce this onto the skin. I've been noticing this gives a really airbrush skin-like effect with this mixture of foundations. Make sure you bounce it all over the skin and also over the eyelids, back of the ears, and all down the neck. Time to contour. Anastasia coming through with my contour stick in the shade Fawn, drawing this on my cheekbones, temples, nose, chin, and lip. Using my foundation brush to stipple this out for a really good blend. For concealer, I've been playing around with the new e.l.f. Camel Concealer, but I've noticed it's a little drying, so I'm first going to use my Shape Tape in a few key areas. The e.l.f., however, is super brightening, so I'm going to use this to further highlight the look. I'm also hoping that since it's $5, it can help stretch my Shape Tape a little bit longer. I'm going to use my blender to tap this all out. I always get my RCMA translucent powder ready when I'm getting ready to do the under eye. I use my blender, make sure I'm looking up, and tap out all the concealer. I also like to run that along my eyelids for a nice even base for my eyeshadow. Tap it all out with my finger just to get that inner corner looking super natural, and then I'll dip into that translucent powder and set under the eye. I added a little extra powder today because I knew the look I was going for was super dark and glittery, and I wanted to catch as much fallout as possible. Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 05 goes on the rest of the face, again using that dampened blender to tap everything into the skin. I like to take a little bit of powder and run it down the neck just for a nice even blend. Time for the eyes. Let's get the St. Patrick's Day look going. I'm first going to go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and mix the two neutral shades just to build up a wash of color in the crease. You could use any cream and light brown shade to do this. Just messily build up some color, that way our green blends easier later. This part is super easy, just use a big fluffy brush and use windshield wiper motions to blend the color from inner to outer corner. I'm also going to highlight my brow bone using this little powder brush and the first two shades of the Jaclyn palette, meshing it nicely with that transition color. Let's start some green. Using the shade Enchanted in the Jaclyn palette and that big fluffy brush, I'm going to very slowly start working that color into the outer corner and up into the crease. When using a darker color like this, it's very important to build the color up slowly but surely. I'm going to jump to the other side and do the same process. After you get that initial color down, go back in with your transition shade and just barely tickle the outside edge, and you'll get a very seamless blend between those two colors. Then going back in with Enchanted and darkening up where we want that green to be. The camo concealer did prove to be super nice for cutting the lid, so I placed a little bit of this on the back of my hand and used a tiny flat synthetic brush to carve out where I wanted my lid space to be. This process can be very time consuming, so just take your time, go slow, and step back and look in the mirror and make sure everything is looking how you want it. The second coat of that concealer really brightened things up and made for a fantastic base for the gold I'm getting ready to put on top. I'm going to use my finger and go into the shade Gold Dipped and put that all over both of my lids. To make sure I had a nice intense wash of that color, I sprayed my flat brush with a little setting spray, went back in, and just intensified everything furthermore. The star of the show were my two-faced liquid glitter eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Honey Please. I'm literally obsessed with these. They're so easy to use without any of the mess of a loose pigment. I applied 2 coats of this and ended up with the most gorgeous gold glittering lids, and it lasted me all night. Remember that creating a really nice smoky eye is all in the blending. I'm going to go in with a small angled brush back into that light tan shade So Bougie and lightly dust the edges. One of the last things I need to do is make sure I mesh the gold and the green together seamlessly while also making sure I keep as much pigment as possible on the outer corner. Using your finger and going back in with the glitter eyeshadow is the perfect final touch to mesh the colors together. I can finally go ahead and buff all of the translucent powder I laid down away. For my lower lash line, I wet my smudger brush and went into the shade Money Bags, which is this fantastic metallic true green, and I ran this about 3/4 of the way along the lash line. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this step, but I didn't have a green eyeliner, so I did also run that green color into my waterline just to carry on the green effect. I did take my brown eyeliner as well and tightline and also darken up the outer waterline just a bit. I buffed out that harsh line with the color Jada in the Jaclyn palette. To tie in the top lid, I used my Urban Decay gold liner and just lined the inner 4th of my lash line. I quickly did my liner and lashes off camera, and I am feeling the Irish fantasy. Let's bronze. Let's add a quick pop of rosy blush. Let's highlight to the heavens with my Too Faced Pineapple Paradise Strobing Duo. I added a red lip, but I'm going to tone it down just a bit with Maybelline's Baddest Beige lipstick, just tapping it out for a nice ombre look. Alright you guys, this is the finished St. Patrick's Day inspired gold glittery green smoky eye. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye guys.